Did you hear about that?
Look, I like throwing TVs off buildings. Go on, well.
What's that?
I like throwing TVs off buildings. No,
So, I mean, it's like they had like a big dumping of 1,000 TVs.
Yeah.
They had like a mass thing. People brought in their TVs and just chuck them out outside a TV station.
The Barbanel says that all the technology, even from his time, all this technology is just for now. So when Mashiach comes, it's going to go back to simple life. We're not going to need any of this stuff.
Well, I thought they had the Rekevet so you could bring all the sacrifices.
Kenzine. Maybe afterwards.
Huh? No, I'd never heard that from anyone. Oh, really?
What is this? Rafa said the Rekevet is just for the times of Mashiach, it's all infrastructure.
Kenzine, I don't know. I mean, Ray Nachman said that, he said, when Mashiach comes, before Mashiach times, we're going to have a machine that flies. At his time, Ray Nachman. In his time, no one really, I mean, maybe there was one or two people who had like a crazy sketch. Who was it? Leonardo da Vinci had a sketch. But no one really, if you talk to your average guy, then you said, so how long do you think it's going to be till there's a flying machine? You're going to be like, what? Flying machine? Give me a break. Never. What the flying? How do you get a machine to fly? Come on, you're riding a horse.
They already had cars then. They already had the cars, no?
They didn't have a train yet? No. Late 1700s, not yet. Just about developing. So. Sorry. Hello? Hello? Shalom, yeah? Baruch Hashem, good. What's up? No. Yeah. Yep. All the best. I'll talk to you later. I'll call to
throw all the computers up in the middle.
That'll be the next.
Throw all the modems in a big pile and light a fire.
Well, he's already coming out, checking out the TVs. Would you imagine?
I have to ask. I'll ask and I'll call you back, Brother Shem. Or you can call me maybe in an hour or something if you want. Or tomorrow ask me again.
I'm sure that happened a few times.
So don't forget. All the best. Call to. Okay, so that's the Indian. The bottom line is we have to know that we're mamash chosen by Hashem. It's not a pushta thing. So all this technology, all these things, is to help us now along. And on the other hand, it's really also an incredible challenge. That we shouldn't let the weakness get in the way of a person's strength. It's very, very easy to indulge and say, oh well, I should fold laundry. I should this, I should that. Me, don't you have a robot to do that? Come on, it's like totally not willing to do anything. He's totally self-absorbed. It's like helps very much self-absorption. It's incredible. So it's a very dangerous situation. So anyway, he said, we're fortunate that Hashem chose us because of Him, because of His desire to choose us.
What does this have to do with the pachad again? This is what you keep in mind?
We'll see. And then remember, Yaakov was afraid. That's what it was going to come down to. Yes. He was afraid that he wanted to to Hashem.
Was that was his fear of Esau? Or was it something else?
Pachad Yitzchak is what he said to love him. Right, we swore to love him, whatever it was. That's a different Indian. But here we're talking about where he was afraid. Really, the Zohar, I don't know if we're going to get to it, but the Zohar says that he wasn't afraid for Rachel and Leah at all. He was afraid for the shifras.
For them?
Zilpah and Bilhah was afraid.
Why?
Yeah, because Rachel and Leah were, if you learn the Inyanim, if we're Zohar to learn maybe one day the Ari, a little bit of the Ramchal, you'll find out that Rachel and Leah represent some really, they were like, Yaakov was a Bechina of the others were the Shechina, so were the Emos. Mamish, and that means Rachel and Leah. Bill and Zilpah were weaker.
What's Peshat with Bill and Zilpah? What's Peshat with Chal?
That must have been a Bechina.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see if we get to it. We'll see. But actually, maybe
we see a Bechina of whatever the Imad were.
There is a Bechina called Bill and Zilpah, but it's weaker.
I'm sending my maidservant, my shifra.
Yes, it's like
a chelik of her almost.
There is such a thing, but it's a very deep thing. It's not so pashut. Very, very simply, like there was a reason why the other brothers were, even though now the 12 tribes doesn't matter. You couldn't even tell. You ask your average chelik who's born from who, and which one were the shiftless kids. No one would even know necessarily. But bottom line, the Indian is that there was a certain weakness in there. It had to be in that way, in that manner. It had to be. Had to be in that manner. It had to be in that manner.
For what end? For what end?
Well, every person here. Let's put it like this. Every person has their schus to bring down a certain amount of children. So they have more. You can't bring more. You have a certain amount which you can bring. So then that's it. That was all they could bring. So they had to find another way. Yaakov was Yaakov, we cannot begin to relate. You know, the Beis Yisrael would say, like kind of half jokingly, but not really. It says that when Yaakov met Rachel, he kissed her and he cried. He cried because of what people would say about this kiss. People would say, you know, oh yeah, see what is he? See what? He was a regular guy. The guy was in his 80s, and when he says in Reuven, Ereishis Oini, he never ever had an experience that was in any way the opposite of just being connected to Hashem ever. He just didn't connect to Hashem. No such thing. This is the first time he ever had a relationship. He ever had any kind of anything. The first of his strength went to Reuven, which is just you look at that, you say, what? How is it like unbelievable? You know, the Gemara even says about Arisha at 130 years he separated from his wife, and he was having trouble as much the whole time. Having trouble. Gemara says he had trouble.
Yaakov was higher than Adam in that sense.
Yaakov was the rectification of Adam. Like
Yeah?
Yes. In some
Dafka V'Adam Rishon.
Yes.
Because of that?
That was part. That was also part of it. That was also part of it in many ways. We saw that getting the brachas. He got the brachas because he got back the brachas to nullify the klala.
There must have been some cheshivas to the shivchas if Zilpah.
No, there was a cheshivas. There definitely was a cheshivas. But I'm trying to explain. Like we're saying, there is something to this fact that it was a correlate. But Yaakov was very, very hard to get into Yaakov's life because Yaakov was way ahead of where we are. So the Zilpah and Bill, they represent also things, but it's not like Rachel and Leah. Rachel and Leah, every Shemona Esrei we daven is Rachel and Leah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ah.
That's why it's such a joke. People say, oh, put in the Emos. They have no idea. The Emos are in the Shemona Esrei. You just don't know the Shemona Esrei. That's your problem.
Don't we say Leah is tefillah, right?
Leah is tefillah. Also,
yes.
Yes. But still, there's generally, that's one bechina. There are other bechinas. Leah represents more hidden in Yonim. Rachel represents more revealed in Yonim. That's why you have to like better Rachel. One reason to explain. Because it's clear, it's what you see, it's not connected to deeper things, tefillah or deeper inyanim, but sometimes a person has to go through a lot or be challenged to be able to reach out for that, very often deeper stuff.
So Rav, you're saying 50% of Am Yisrael don't descend from Rachel and Leah?
But it counts in a certain way like they do, and that's the way it had to be done. That's the bottom line of it.
Why?
Because each thing represents a different Indian. That's the very, very, very big kitzur. They represent something else. So that was the way it had to be worked out. And for Keret, according to the Shvatim, it was even that stigma moved on to the children. Again, it's very, very not simple. Like Yaakov says, he's a slave, he's a completion in his bed. It meant that everyone, with love and all this stuff that they were dealing with, he was able to weed out any bad in a certain way. That's the bottom line. Weed out any bad. Every bad he was able to take out. So that's an incredible level. It was every instant was only thinking about Hashem. And we still like again, Rachel, he did this happened, that. All these things happen are very great. You still learn a little bit. The Ri, you see that the Rizal explains all these things in much different terms, very different terms. Everything had a different bechina, everything was different. And everything has his own sugya, which is his own learning. What is this? I'm just saying that the Maisa, his pachad, because these children had to come out from the shivchas and not Rachel and Leah, there was a danger. Esav had a little more shaykhs to dealing with the shivchas than Rachel and Leah. He had no way of dealing with really, really, really hard. Like again, so Yosef Taki. Anyway, he stood in front of Rachel. He was afraid of. In terms of Yaakov, at least knew that there was no way he was going to get. He's not going to Rachel and Leah. Forget about it. Half. That's why it's like half and half, whatever it is. This like kilo. He wanted the other half also to be saved and get through.
So if he was worried about them, why didn't he put them first and the shifchas at the back?
Because that's the whole Indian, right? That's the whole Indian, that he wanted them on him, in front of him. That's what it says. I forgot who it's tzaddikim. I'd be asking. I just don't remember who it said. He says he wanted them over his eyes. That's why tzaddikim, when they wanted to daven for a sick person, or they wanted to daven for someone having a hard time, so they wanted them near him. He wanted to have his eye on them and daven right with them, right next to me. I always have my mind on them. That's why this is Varmi Bells, when they were baking matzahs, someone came in to talk to him about something. He was usually very, very open, very easy to talk to. I said, I can't talk now, I think now, because I'm busy with the matzahs. He was like 10 miles away.